at episode number 32. This is Vikings, Wolves of Midgard, slowly becoming one of my new favorite games. Please pull up a chair at the gaming round table, grab a mug of beer if you're able. Beer in the throat. How you doing, gamers out there? As you can see, here is my character. Now that I got the basic more understanding about the game and how it works, I restarted the game, and instead of using a shield maiden, I made a warrior worshipping Loki, and I used the double axes. This is my character. I named him Kratos because Kratos is coming up in adventure, and he has a beard and he's bald, and I tattooed him up, and he's going to be in the new God of War, which also takes place during Norse times. Looking forward to actually playing that one more than any of the other ones that have come out. And I like Greek mythos, but I love Norse mythos that much better. Wearing some chainmail, I crafted these axes. I'm currently level 3, and only really have devoted to one weapon. I could actually punch if I want, but I'm only devoting to one weapon. I've got a better grasp and knowledge about how the game works, and I've rescued this shipwright, and now I can sail, and I have to attack this Savanang village. I actually did this mission with my shield maiden, and what's interesting about that particular mission, by the way, if you defeat the chieftain, who's also a shield maiden, they give you an option. And the option is either A, you can subjugate the people of the village, and you will get 1,000 gold and other supplies, wood and iron, X amount, so many whatever goes by in the game world time, and you'll get that as tribute. Or you can just tell your guys to plunder, and you'll get an immediate reward of 5,000, but you won't get that. You sack the whole town, so there's no really going back. And so giving you that option I thought was really interesting. Do you take the 5,000 gold immediate reward one time only, or take the other one where you get 1,000 gold and provisions and stuff and slowly but surely build it up? And I thought that was cool that they actually added a narrative choice into the game, which was surprising, since especially in an action RPG sense, and it's crazy to play an action RPG. Another thing I found out was I'll be doing a quest later to save Helga here's father, and when you save her father from this particular mission, it's great because you actually get to he's a runesmith, and you can actually put runes in your weapons and armor, and they vary from white, green, purple, rarity, as far as common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and all that good stuff, which is pretty cool. And it's just really neat that they actually add that option, which is similar to Diablo 3's like gems, or even Diablo 2 expansion, to where you actually did have runes and you could put those in your weapons and have fun doing that. So the more that I play this game, the more that I play it, the more I'm just really impressed with the overall game design. The music is solid and everything. So let me go down here. I'm going to show you a couple things, what you do with this shipwright. It's just really cool, the way they handle this. I also have a couple new skills. I have the L2 skill, which you start off with, which is a rush, but I also have this skill, which is a whirlwind skill that also poisons, since the deity I chose was Loki, god of evil and mischief. Let me talk to this guy. So you go your long ship. Now I can actually go on what they call a raid. This game does have raids, which is interesting for an action RPG. Hey, Pam. And it's kind of interesting that you can go back and do the hunt wolves, but you can also go back and fight. That's your main raid, or you can do that, or I can go do the main story, which is the old enemy, and you got to fight the fisher. But I'm gonna go do this raid because I want to get some more blood and some more wood and some more iron, because that's the only way, in gold, because you want to upgrade your blacksmith and your weaponsmith so that they can expand their shops, and you can get up access to tier 2 weapons, and then later on tier 3, and later on tier 4. Believe it or not, I saw a video on here where somebody was well over the level 100. So this game has some crazy depth, and it was New Game Plus 2 he was in. So New Game Plus mode, which is great to see in this kind of game. Once you finish it, you can start over from the beginning and do that. So that's a really cool thing. If you're just joining me, thanks for joining here at the Game Roundtables, episode 32. This is Vikings. This time it starts me off here on this map. You still have to deal with the code. I love the fact you make little imprints in the snow. You can still destroy these things, which is part of the original quest, to get bonuses and whatnot. Get a triple kill there. Hack the hell out of this guy, which is great. Collect his blood here. You know, charge him. And the game is just fantastic. I'm enjoying it immensely. It is slowly turning into one of my favorite action RPGs. Lots of treasure. Plus, when you go into raids, by the way, I want to let you know that the rewards out of chests and various things are better than the standard quest. Even though I was in this area before, there is the chances of you get more gold, more iron, and things like that out of these chests than you did in your first run through. Even though the first area here was locked off after you beat the boss, the raid allows you to go back in and do this. So really, really cool. And I have done the multiplayer co-op. It only does allow for 2-player at one time. It does not allow for 5-6 people. That would be great, but again, this is, even though it's not a budgeted price title, this is kind of a new game for them. And I was playing online yesterday, and someone decided to put on the hardest difficulty, which was crazy. So it kind of sucks because I got one-shotted by a crow, and then I kind of had to message the guy like, "Why are you playing on the hardest difficulty?" And that person was only level 3 too, so I was like, okay. And there was a lot of people playing. It took me a minute to get in there. It kept telling me the server was full and all that stuff. So it's kind of interesting that that people are into this game and playing it, and that makes me happy to see that there is people supporting it. And I'm hoping that the game company supports this with DLC. Further DLC would be great. I think so. I would love to see that. There's these damn crows. Gotta deal with them. Attack them. Come on, get some. And I am really digging this game. I better go find some place to warm up here, because I am slowly but surely freezing. Gotta get over here. I see a place I can get warm. Daggone frickin' crows there. There we go. That's better. Nice. I love that whirlwind. It does actually poison them and does a tremendous amount of damage. And so that's really nice. I am picking up a lot of cool items. A little slow-mo kill. Keep finding these blue items too. It's been dropping. This raid's been pretty productive so far. Got Tyr's guidance. Tyr is the god of war. He's a one-handed god. The Fenris wolf actually bit his arm off. So that's why he's only got one hand, or bit his hand is the only reason he's got, he's only one-armed. Alright. Destroy these because you get wood and stuff out of them. This two-handed style is excellent. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Gotcha. Yeah, Vikings Wolves of Midgard is like, for my money, for the new game plus, the levels and everything you can do. And oh, Jotun in the fight. Oh, he stunned me. Gotcha. Nice. That's worth a lot of blood too, which was nice. Let me go back over here to the fire here and get warmed back up. See, right now I've got a couple heavy wooden mauls I could use. I could put that in my hand if I wanted to. I've got, a helm. I do have it where the helm is off while I'm, basically wearing whatever. If I want to, I can switch to the offhand, and let's say I want to use this maul. It's two-handed. It does 93 to 1. It's pretty nice. So that's the Thor style. I don't have any skills in Thor's skill tree, or your deity's Thor skill tree, but the maul is actually pretty fun to use because it's a wide swinging weapon, and I do like it. So the actual goal of this raid is to kill 50 wolves. I've killed 2. Most of the wolves are going to be a little bit going to be more densely populated in the map here and there, so you just basically got to explore everything. Alright, destroying them totems. I've killed the 2 Jotuns already. You see up the top it's greened out. Now that was something that you do in the original first quest anyway, but it's nice that they give you those options to still let you garner that extra wood and various things. The boss is that way. I can go in here and warm up for a second. But to be honest with you, I'm mainly just on this character. I really just want to focus in on just not just using one type of weapon. That's kind of where I'm at with it right now. So I'm gonna go this way and try to find these wolves and finish this quest up, because that will give me some iron and gold and wood and stuff I need to actually make my blacksmith and all that better. Sorry that 2 people just bogeyed out of here, but I do appreciate you tuning in. Thank you as always for tuning in to Gaming Roundtable. Appreciate that very, very much. There we go, got him that time. Definitely love it. And Vikings are all about raiding. They are the original raiding party. Yeah, those damn crows are kind of hard to hit. Easier to hit if you can get them from behind. Got him with the move there. There's a treasure chest. Got a great shield. That would be for the tier skill trees. Destructible environments are nice. I missed some blood there. Raids are that opportunity to grind and go back in and do what you have to do. Got a warrior's torque. Gotta go this way. Try to find a fire because I am slowly but surely. Another nice little touch is if the snow is really deep, you actually do move slower. So they did bother to try to put some that kind of realism into it. And I'm not really bothered by the environmental effects. And some people have a problem with it, but I think they add an interesting element to it. And again, the fire pits are not spread so far to where you know that you feel like that you're just going to get screwed over by the freeze to death kind of mechanic that's in the game. And you can build up elemental resistance, and some armors actually have resistance to the elements on it. So eventually you could probably build it up where you'll never have to really worry about it. So again, I don't know why people complain about that, considering that like any good roleplay game, you're going to be able to develop your resistances to it. Some more wolves here. I got to kill them, which is fine. Using a special there to kill these dang crows. If I had a bow and arrow, it'd be a little bit easier. There we go, double kill on them. Some more wolves. Double kill on them. A Shrine of Loki, so 15% attack speed. Loki's, as a DT, he is all about speed. It's kind of what he kind of used speed, trickery, and all the whole 9 yards. I will admit, I'm bringing you this gameplay for part 2 because I have a much better grasp of how the game actually plays and what's involved in it. And it's a highly recommended game for sure. For any fans of Norse mythology, you know, Diablo style loot games, any of that, and they're just fantastic. It's just been a really fun experience. And it's nice that I've looked it up, and there's lots of different environments you'll end up going to. There's a dire boar, a little tougher creature there. I made short work of them. Gives you a lot of blood, which is nice for leveling. Oh, got a hunting bow. And that might be something I might go ahead and start using, because it does make a big difference. Range in this game really helps, especially against some of the bosses in the game. So let's go ahead and equip that, because I do like using a bow. So it's actually nice. You see the string move and the bow move, and it's just got a nice weight and feel to it. It's just, that range is just great to be able to hit stuff from far away, keep yourself protected, you know, which is nice. So far I've got 13 of the so many wolves. That one went to pieces. Oh yes, nobody wants none of this Kratos. Come get yourself some. Who we got over here? We got some wolves, I think. Far away, love that. Oh, knocked his head off. These crows are still sometimes hard to hit, even in the air. It's just their flight patterns. Kind of neat to see flying creatures in a Diablo-style game. I mean, you don't see that very often, that's for sure. You know, I don't currently have any skills in this in the bow and arrow. Like I said, I kind of want to only devote to like one weapon and see how far I can take that weapon instead of devoting to two. Although it would probably make the game a little easier if I did have both two different types of weapon styles, but it is what it is. There we go, got them. Man, tearing them up. Love that whirlwind attack. It makes short work of everything. Got you again. Got a nice leather shield there. Gotta find some more wolves to kill. 16 to 50 wolves. There's some. There's a big bunch of them here. Oh yeah. Get yourself some. Yeah, the game is fantastic. Absolutely. Big fan of the game. And I love the fact that it's based in Norse mythology. It's just, and Vikings and Nordic stuff. I mean, that's just, to me, a fantastic. Just fantastic that they devoted to that. Not a lot of games do that. Boom, double kill. More blood for doing that. Triple kills and multi-kills garner that. Got a Dane axe there. That's a two-handed axe. I got minus 25 Odin's Wisdom. Gives you that. Boom. More, direwolf there. Gotcha. That ear there, that's for crafting materials. Music too, I absolutely love the music. The title screen music in particular is just awesome. They've done a good job on it. Really makes you feel like, you know, you're just, it feels like it's appropriate for the time that you're in. Got a worn headdress, a little blue there, not bad. Oh yeah, took him out. There's 37 to 50 now. Most of the wolves are up here in the north end of the place. Once you actually can kill all 50 wolves, though, you can immediately return to your village because the quest will be complete. I've already done this the other day with my other character. Oh yeah. Door him up. Loot, more loot. Where are you going there?
Death to the enemies of the old mom.
Kill there. Like this two-handed weapon style. Fantastic. Killing them, kicking their ass. Let me go over here and warm up. There we go. Now you can see there L and R. That is my L1, R1. That is my rage meter. I can actually go into rage. Just totally save my ass against a boss, where I can do a lot more damage and much faster attack speed. It's just a nice enhancement that happens. Alright, He just kind of exploded. Gotta find some more wolves to fight. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, got it. Gotta find the rest of these wolves. There's my map here. You can hit the R3 button and get the overhead map, which is actually helpful. Missing wood there. Now, if you find all the levers, it does open up this little area, which gives you a chest that's normally not accessible. Birds wear me out. Alright, go this way, warm up, then go back up this way. Some enemies up here to deal with. Boom! Oh, got him. Boom. One more wolf left, and I've done completed the main objective of this raid. The game does increase its difficulty if you play online, though. Even if you put it on the regular casual difficulty or normal, it is a hair harder when you fight with somebody else, mainly because it's just that whole, you know, there's an extra person playing. So keep that in mind. It will get a hair harder playing against boom, got a staff. There's a healing altar. Didn't really need it. Just trying to get some blood here. Here we go. Fire pit over here. This should get warmed up. Very nice. If you hit all those levers, that opens that bridge right there if you can get that. There's like 4 levers on the map you gotta find. So it's not too bad. Boom. So you get those guys in the air with the arrows. It does kind of make it a little bit nicer. I got everything of the totems except 2. If I wanted to go through the rest of the map, I could probably find the rest. But that's fine, you know. You can also go back to the boat and travel that way. But it tells me I can go to the village via the menu. So if I go to the menu and hit return to village, you know, then it lets me it will complete the quest for me on killing 50 wolves. And again, this is it's just a really awesome game. Like, I absolutely love this game. Sells for $59.99, but there is a lot of gameplay. Like I said, I'd seen a guy on YouTube and he was over 100 level in, you know, which I think he was on New Game Plus, but that was like really impressive. There's also scattered about really powerful mega weapons that you can find. They're like these epic level weapons, and you have to find them, the parts for them, and then craft them and whatnot. And I think that's a really cool thing that you can do. Let me go into my gifts here. I do have 1 gift point, so if I wanted to keep with this bow, I can give it an active kick, or Blessed Warriors increase health. And I may end up ultimately doing that, but I kind of was just trying to focus, like I said, on one type of weapon, just to focus clearly on that. So let's go over here to my blacksmith. I'm going to dismantle all these items, which gives you gold and some things you need. Some garner more than others. See, those are my axes. Don't want to get rid of those. Very cool. And this hunting bow. If I can get over to it. There we go. That way I get that. And as you can see, It's going to cost me 5,600 gold, 280 iron, 1,100 wood to get him to where he'll be a smithy too, where I can get stuff, which is nice. He will, however, still populate, by the way, he will still populate other weapons as you go. So it's kind of nice that he does that. It's not just like, hey, you have to get him to tier 2 and you won't be able to buy any weapons from him, because that's not true. You'll leave and come back and you'll be able to get other weapons from him. Down here below you see your blood and gold and iron and what you have currently, which is nice. Let's go over to the armor guy. Actually, before I do, I want to see if there's anything I got armor-wise that might be better. So I got this worn chain helmet. That's actually got better cooldown. That headdress gives me less armor, but it gives me better gift cooldown. But I'm going to keep what I have on. I'm just going to go through here and see if there's anything that's better than what I have. That chainmail is 43 with a better gift cooldown. But as you can see, my first one's got exposure resistance of 8%. So I do get better. I'm going to keep that because I like having that exposure resistance. Warrior's Talk. Warm Boots gives you also, I like this, gives you exposure resistance. I like that aspect. So I'm going to give me that. So if I, combining now with what I have, that gives me a pretty good boost, you know, so I could probably go back in there and it won't take as much off me. The first boss gave me that, a legendary talisman called the Talisman of Skathi. And it does blast freezing cold air in cases affected enemies and block of ice. It's pretty nice that they did. I did win that from the first boss. So the boss dropped that legendary item like right off the bat, and that's pretty cool to see. So let's go ahead and dismantle the stuff that I'm not using and get some stuff out of it. And don't need those shields. I'm not using shields. I like the fact that you can do other builds. It's just nice that they do offer that. Don't need that. Okay, that's everything except for that. There we go. Give me a little bit of stuff for it. Not much, but a little bit. All right. So now I've done that and shown you a raid, and you kind of see, you get to see a little bit more what I was doing in Vikings. Wolves of Midgard. Again, recommend the game highly. It is a lot of fun to play. Lots of gameplay, lots of being able to go back and grind and do all that good stuff. And if you're just joining me, this is my part 2 of the Vikings Wolves of Midgard, showing you some gameplay, talking a little bit about the game. Please subscribe to my channel. Please tell your friends about it. And remember, people, I am the Juice Man. I'm the guy that tells you the way it is. Thanks for joining me today on this episode. I'll be back probably tomorrow with another episode. Maybe later on today, I'm not really sure. See if anything's kind of grabbing me. But anyway, as always, gamers, good gaming.